The purpose of this database is to create a user-friendly, efficient database to keep track of the contributions for KJLU. My approach to system design was simply to follow the basic steps of system design methodology with an emphasis on the system requirements phase. During this phase, I found that there's the need to have printable forms that are identical to the forms used in the database, as well as printable reports and labels. And I also found that there will be the need to search by contributor history to find out what all contributions a certain person has made in the past. There's also the need to be able to duplicate a record and be able to change the information on that record to show newer contributions. That way, address and telephone number and other data, if it hasn't changed, then it won't need to be re-entered into the database. Also, I found that there's going to be the need to be able to easily see which contributors it's okay to thank on air. This is really important considering some contributors do not want to be thanked on air. They would rather be anonymous. Now I'll show you my database.
When you first open the database, you'll need to enable the content. First, we're going to look at the contribution page, or the contribution form on the home page. Here's where you're going to enter all of the information for the contributor. You see the Add New Record button. You'll want to select that in order to bring up a blank record. You'll enter in the contributor's information. You'll notice there's drop-down boxes all throughout this form for any repetitive information. You'll save the record and exit to go back to the home screen. Next, we're going to look at the search by last name. Here, you can duplicate a record and edit the information so that if a contributor calls up and wants to make another contribution, all you have to do is edit the amount and possibly the payment type. Now we'll look at the printable contribution form. This contribution form is identical to the contribution form for the database, except that this is a printer-friendly version. To print, we'll right-click, go to Print Preview, and if you notice in the upper left-hand corner, there's a Print button. We'll close this for now, and we'll close this report by right-clicking and choosing Close. There are labels available here in the database, and in the user's guide, it tells you how to make different ones. This will take you to the Reports menu. Here you'll see there's pledged time frames split into 4 sections of the day. We'll look at the 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. time frame now. And there you have it, all pledges within that time frame. We'll close by right-clicking and selecting Close. You've got Programming Preferences, Contributor History. When you select this, you'll be able to see all of the contributions that a certain person has made. Enter the last name and then the first name, and here's your report of all past contributions. There's contributions today, and then there's also On Air Thanks is Okay. This report will tell you all people who have given approval for you to thank them on air. And we'll close that. And now we'll go back to our home page. You'll notice there's a navigation pane on the left. You can expand that, and you'll notice down here, Unrelated Objects. Expand that. It says Home Page. If you ever lose your home page, you'll want to go here under Unrelated Objects and double-click on Home Page to bring your home page back up. Now up here under Main Table, you'll see the Main Table. Here's where you're going to base your reports off of. Select it, go to Create, go to the Report Wizard, and you'll see a list of information on the left. Select the field you want and send it to the right by pressing the arrow key. If you make a mistake, Just make sure the mistake is selected, and then press the left arrow key to send it back into the left-hand field of information. You can press Next. Here you can sort ascending or descending by field. And on the last screen, you can change the name. We'll click Finish, and it will create this new report. And here it is. We can close this by right-clicking and selecting Close. And if you want to delete it, you just go over here, select it, right-click, and choose Delete. It'll ask you to confirm, and you select Yes. Keep the navigation pane closed when not in use.
By carefully going through the system development methodology and by concentrating on the fact-finding analysis, I was able to create this database, which I'm sure that the user will find very efficient, user-friendly, anyone can use it. It'll do a very good job of keeping track of all of the contributions for KJLU pledge drives. Thank you very much.